Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Amaryllis Reacts. Today, we got something pretty good to react to today. To give you a little backstory, I was laying in bed, just chilling out, scrolling on X, and I came across this video of this woman, and the video had hashtag 4B movement. So I was really doing extensive research about this 4B movement. So here are some of my reactions, and let's dive into this 4B movement and try to see how this affects us.
Ladies who date men, listen up because I'm so fucking serious. Do not let a man who voted for Trump touch your body. Do not date them, do not be around them. I think we all had this false belief, or maybe naive hope, that a majority of the men who were voting for Trump would be older. And also because the Gen Z boys, when they were polled, a majority of them said they were undecided. And yet these little assholes immediately went and voted for Trump. Why? Because my guess is they are so-called victims of the loneliness epidemic. But it's about to be a lot more lonely.
Oh no.
And I don't even just say this in a retaliatory way. Although have no doubts, if a man votes to take away your rights to bodily autonomy, then he should have no rights to your body. But understand that this decision was made out of an urge to control a woman.
Yeah, they're really doing a number on that quote unquote male loneliness epidemic. Uh, We're missing out on this. This is what we're missing out on. This is actually insane. The women there are complaining. Gosh, it's like, can we see an eight? Oh, are we gonna get an eight? You know, I even take a seven now because I've not seen not one. It makes me think, man, that's sad to see that she's gonna be for this 4B movement. No, all the ones I've seen, I'm like, hey, it's this is best. This is best.
Did anyone else wake up today and delete their dating apps? Like, I'm not just talking like just removing the app. Like, I full on removed myself from Hinge, Bumble. Like, I didn't even think twice about it. There's no way I am letting any man near me for the next few years. I've been happily single for the past 4 years. I can wait.
Yeah, yeah, I believe it. I do believe it. I don't know if that was choice. I think that was a thing called "Let Nature Take Its Course," so something along that line.
Another 4 years. I am so happy for women who have loving, supportive, safe men in their life right now, but it is way too scary to try and trust anyone right now because anything can happen. And if you know me, you know one of my biggest fears is being pregnant. God forbid that ever happens over the next few years.
Mm, I think she's okay. I could be wrong, but I don't think that you have to worry about that. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. Trust me, you'll be fine.
Ladies, I'm not saying this to be facetious, but I don't care if you're a rose girl, a wand girl, or a monster alien tentacle girl. Stock up now for your moments of weakness because I promise you ain't no alive worth getting stuck with a man. None. We are taking coochie off the table indefinitely.
No, what have we done? No, I'm just kidding, y'all. Come on now. Look at the hoodie. All right, this one reads, I see a lot of women crying for the 4B movement in protest. Just remember that means you too, partnered and married girlies. Don't put the entire weight on the shoulders of us single childless women. And you see this right here. This is a case, y'all, of misery loves company. I told you, a lot of these ones that are saying, oh, y'all for the 4B movement, nobody wanted them. Nobody was looking for them. You heard it. They've been saying, "Oh, I've been single for 4 years, 2 years here." I believe you, and nobody wants y'all. So what they do is, well, since I'm not getting picked, I don't want no one else to have anyone. So that's where a lot of this is coming from. Those are your leaders of your 4B movement. They're the ones that's been practicing 4B for some going on a decade now, and I'm here to tell you right now, it's not by choice.
We have the power to make morons go extinct like dinosaurs. The morons here
No, you don't.
are just creating mediocrity. They are creating harm to Mother Earth, disrespecting the planet, and they are cancer to the planet. We don't need that, okay? We can live without mediocrity. We can live without the morons, okay? And if you're continuing to procreate with morons, you're just making little morons. We don't need that sugarfoot. Y'all acting like pregnancy is not a high risk as a woman, especially a black woman. You can possibly die from childbirth, and you out here going half on a baby with a moron that hasn't even bought you a ring or signed paperwork to commit their life to you. How silly. But you thinking, oh, he gonna stay because he loved me. He is just talking. It's all talk, no bite. You need to let people be about that action. You need to see paperwork. You need to see funds in the bank account. You need to quit being on this fantasy and just being all in la la land as a woman and just thinking that love is sex or love is attention. Love is respect. Does fucker respect you or not? If he respects you, he will put his life on the line and sign some paperwork for you. If he not willing to do that, don't have no baby with no modern
And
day
don't have
bum.
no this and that, and if he ain't willing to do this, and you ain't willing to do that, and gosh, I can't, I can't. See, I see a lot of them saying that, oh, we can just do this 4B movement and we'll drive the population to almost close extinction, and then they have to conform. No. If you dropped 100 men on an island and one female, humanity will go extinct. But if you dropped 100 women and one male, humanity will survive. So just because a very small majority of the population of women are saying, I'm not going to go sleep around no more, it's not really going to affect the population in the grand scheme of things. It's not really going to do anything but cause less abortions, and it'll cause less of this sleeping around and this hookup culture that we got going on. So I'm all for it. Hey, they're they're aligned and right with my some of my beliefs, but half of it, not all, half, half. I also know like people are saying that South Korea's birth rate is low because of this 4B movement. It's actually not. It's not just because of that. Maybe it plays a small part of it, but most of it is its economy. And listen to this Korean woman as she explains it.
But there are still many people confused about what is the number one reason for such low birth rate in Korea then. It is not 4B, but it's simply the cost of living in Korea is way too high to even consider bringing a new baby into the world. So this is from May of 2023. They did a survey asking people in Korea, why did you not get married? And the number one reason is cannot financially afford it, did not find the right person, did not feel the need to do it. But the economic instability and just the cost of living in Korea is just too much. Korea spent about $20 billion in total on private education last year. Korea is such a highly competitive society. Getting into the best universities in Korea is so important because that determines how the rest of your life is going to play out. If you get into the top universities, you can get really good jobs and then you can make more income that way. If you don't do well, you don't get into the good universities, your CV, when you try to apply for jobs later, they're just gonna not pick you basically. So private tuition from basically kindergarten to all the way into university age is a must. And if a parent's like, oh, that seems too much, I don't want to make my kid go through all that, Well, because literally every other household is investing into their kid and sending them into private tuition. If you don't do that for your child as a parent, then your kid is just going to get left behind. I'm not saying feminism doesn't exist in Korea, it does, but that is not the main reason.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Especially in Florida. Because me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement. That's my next plan. And I'm dead serious.
This one reads, doing my part as an American woman by breaking up with my Republican boyfriend last night and officially joining the 4B movement this morning. And is that that's Mittens? Meow. That one was pretty, Right, there it goes. There goes Mittens. That could be a sign. She buys a cat. Some may be coming down the road. Her and Mittens. Together forever. Let's continue.
The 4G movement is further confirmation of how much straight men as a collective seriously overestimate their market value. So women were like, we're sick of men, we're sick of the way that you treat us, and you don't make our lives better, you make them worse, and so we are not going to give you any attention anymore, we don't want anything to do with you, we politely request that you leave us alone. And men, instead of being like, oh God, we up, maybe we should try and figure out what we've done to women that means that they don't want to date us anymore. Like, maybe we should stop listening to these alpha podcast bros and instead listen to women when they tell us what they want. Got immediately offended and defensive, and they were like, I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do because we're really important, right? We're like the most important. So what we'll do is we'll launch our own movement. And we'll tell women that we don't want anything to do with them. And they'll panic in the same way that we panicked when they said they didn't want anything to do with us. And then they'll come flocking back. And so they were like, we're launching the 4G movement and we want nothing to do with women anymore. And women were like, okay, good.
Hey, 4G movement. I see this as a win-win. There's 4B, there's 4G. All I care about is that people are not out here fornicating. So that's all I care about. I support half of this movement.
Instead of being like, oh God, we f***ed up, maybe we should try and figure out what we've done to women.
I could tell there's a lot of anger right here. There's a lot of anger right here. I could tell.
If you're a conservative woman, here's how I'm gonna fix your life, okay? So you just got married to your husband. Your husband is blatant, just redneck garbage. You like him though, for some reason, something there is clicking. I'm gonna seduce your husband.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
I'm going to look him in the eye, and I'm gonna explain to him that nobody has ever made me feel the way he has. And I'm younger than you conservative woman that married him. And I'm gonna start, explaining that I'm just so fun and I like doing fun shit. Because you're probably married and you can't do fun shit. And then once I do that, and I implement your marriage arc, he's gonna cause some irrational feelings, which is going to establish itself in your marriage problems. And then you're gonna be like, why am I doing this shit for a man? This is where we get ya. Get ya. Because then you're like, why am I supporting a guy that isn't doing anything for me?
Yeah, if this one came up on me, and tried to do this whole seduce thing, the only thing she'd be seducing is the heir, a lawsuit, a four knuckle, or some land. That's about it. She's not seducing nothing around here.
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
Cause I'm still kind of debating on the gender of this one. So yeah, it's best that she not do that.
In solidarity with the 4B movement, I updated my Bumble profile, and I'm not gonna swipe right on anybody because men and I'm not dating anymore. But it'll just be up there for men to be able to read and enjoy. So here it is.
Let's look at this profile. All right, so we have Erica, 42 years old. 42 years old. 4B movement member. This profile is my statement to my utter disappointment in men. Yes, even the liberal nice guys. She don't even like the simps. Hey, all y'all simps out there that think that, oh, maybe she might be on my side if I join. Oh, maybe I can drink her bath water. Maybe I can touch her leg. They don't like y'all. They just use y'all simps. That's it, for attention and money. I can't wait until we come out with the Kingdom video where I talk about the simp, the White Knight, and the Queen. Just wait for that one. This is my vow of celibacy and independence. Great. I think this is great. Yes, yes, yes. Have a long, hard think about why it's came to this. Um, nope, I don't know the answer. Not dating anymore, basking in my solitude and independence. Homemade pasta for one. And of course, she got the cat. Meow. But yeah, she got mittens to be there. She don't need you. She has mittens. And let them stay by mittens. I will say this though. A good investment will be in cat food stocks and dog food stocks. That may be a good investment. I'm just saying.
Girlies, I understand we're talking about not giving the coochie up anymore, but I need y'all to understand with that, the men are going to get very, very, very violent. And since they got a
Oh,
felon and a rapist up in the office, they're going to be like, oh yeah, I can do this. As a girlie who hate pew-pews and is fully against pew-pews,
huh.
I think it might be time for us to invest in some pew-pews. Would you rather be locked up because you got an abortion? Or locked up because you possibly had to unalive somebody that was trying to take advantage of you? I don't know. I think we gotta choose the lesser of two evils now, y'all. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's wrong. I don't. Nobody's gonna be trying to get at her, or any of her friends. No, we're pretty good. I want to make a PSA to all the women that may be concerned. You are safe. Don't worry. Through the 4B movement, you are completely safe. There's plenty of women, most of which look far better than you all, to choose from. So, just want to give that public service announcement. You are safe. No need to really have to arm yourself unless you want to practice, and exercise your Second Amendment right. But yeah, there's not really a urgency because most of y'all, I want to say, I say 90% of you all, nobody's beating down at your door begging to drink your bath waters.